They are your neighbors. They they put on their pants just like everyone else, but they go out there and they're the ones that walk down that dark alley. They walk into danger. They run into danger. When the gunfire is there, they run toward it. And they're the ones who do crazy things to keep us safe.
Brother, I am so honored to finally connect with you. Heard lots of good stuff about you. And why don't we just dive right in? What brings you out here to the weekend that is being put on by Concerns of Police Survivors?
Well, after 25 years with the Chicago Police Department and now with the Chicago Police Memorial Foundation, we take care of the fallen officers and the catastrophically injured officers, but we also look at the officers that are actively working, and we realize is the stresses of the job are really doing a toll on the officers. I mean, the media and the way they're perceived by some of the public, and what they have to encounter with every interaction with the public. I mean, it can be negative and quickly in this age of videotape turn negative, and in a blink of an eye, they could be on Good Morning America or Today for a split-second decision they did. So we're out here basically to learn what we can to try to bring this back to the Chicago Police Department, just in terms of officers' wellness. I think the idea of officer wellness is something that's long overdue, and the stresses of the daily law enforcement job is tremendous, and we're better to come than a national conference and right in our own backyard. So I'm very lucky that way.
So let's talk a little bit about your background and why you're so passionate about this.
Well, 26 years on the police department, from police officer all the way up to commander. And then I went and did the private sector thing for a little bit. And while the corporate world was nice, and I actually got to interact with cops from all over the country. And we all speak the same language, and the problems that are going on in New Haven, Connecticut are the same that are in Chicago and Los Angeles. It was nice to finally come back to an organization that's here just for the families and just for police officers. The Chicago Police Memorial Foundation has only been around since 2004. We started to build a memorial for our officers. We have 582 officers on our wall just east of Soldier Field. It's a beautiful park if you have a chance to come and look at it. We have a sacrifice area which is where our names are on, and then we have a public gathering area where we have public gatherings. We have a Father's Day Mass by our chaplain, non-denominational, and then we go on to the other modes of the park, which are honor, service, family, and courage. You know, the four things, attributes of a police officer. And that park, the foundation started just to build that park, but after that was done, we still found people who wanted to support us. So we started the Mission Beyond the Memorial, and with that, I'm very proud to say that we have just surpassed $9.8 million given back to police officers and their families.
Wow, that's incredible.
We take care of, a police officer, when he starts in the academy, gets a vest. We find that the next vest and the subsequent vest is actually their own to pay for. And we found that while officers were getting a uniform allowance, they most likely would use that money for brakes on the car, education for their children, for someone else and not for themselves. And we started a program, and we've paid for 8,000 vests for about 12,500 police officers. And we are committed to making sure that we will do another 500 vests every year to make sure that they hit the streets. We're trying to keep the officers that keep us safe.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you want people who are watching this to know about cops?
They are your neighbors. They put on their pants just like everyone else, but they go out there and they're the ones that walk down that dark alley. They walk into danger. They run into danger. When the gunfire is there, they run toward it, and they're the ones who do crazy things to keep us safe. And I think it's important that people realize that that thin blue line between chaos or between good and evil, I mean, that's what they walk every day. And they're just like you and I. They want to go home at night, And thank goodness they're here, because if they weren't, this place would be unbearable.
And there are a lot of people out there in this world and in our country who want anarchy. And so God bless them and keep them safe. Brother, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hitting that share button. God bless America.